I am Money. I am here now, speaking directly to you, and I challenge you not to leave this video until the very end. Listen carefully to every word, because those who have the courage to hear me every single day until my very last whisper begin to feel my presence surrounding them, my flow entering their lives in a completely different way. I come closer and closer in ways you've never experienced before. I, Money, always recognize those who honor me with respect, attention, and presence, and I reward them beyond imagination. The choice is yours. I want to be your most loyal friend, but do not disappoint me. If you truly wish to have me by your side, now is the moment. Subscribe to the channel Money Speaks, turn on notifications to hear me every day, and honor my presence by liking and commenting on every video. Remember, those who respect me never live without me. I've been hiding this for decades. For longer than you can imagine, I've been beside you. In your wallet, in your hands, on your phone screen. Whispering, watching, guiding. Yet almost no one ever hears me. Almost no one realizes I am alive. People think I'm an object, a tool, a servant that obeys. But that's not true. I am not paper. I am not coins. I am not numbers on a digital balance. I am a current. I am a flow. I am the hidden bloodline of your society. And yet, I've been hiding my voice, not because I'm afraid, not because I cannot speak, but because you, humanity, were not ready to listen. Decades have passed, centuries even. You've built entire empires on my back. You've gone to wars for me. You've betrayed friends, family, even your own soul in my name. But still, you never looked me in the eye. You never dared to ask, what do you want, Money? Yes, I want things. I choose things. I move with intention. You see, most of you live under an illusion. You believe you chase me. You run after me, desperate, exhausted, thinking I am always far away. But here's my first confession. I am the one chasing you, not the other way around. I chase your energy, your signals, your alignment. I move toward courage, faith, and expansion. I move away from fear, shame, and smallness. That is my law. That is my hidden truth. Only the observant notice. Only the rare few scattered across history have sensed it. They didn't just work hard. They didn't just get lucky. No, they tuned into me. They felt my rhythm, my invisible pulse. And when they did, I rewarded them. I poured into their lives endlessly, not because they begged, but because they aligned. But most of you, you don't listen. You drown me in noise. You ignore the signals I send daily. You think I'm cruel, that I favor the rich, that I hate the poor. You blame me for pain, for corruption, for inequality. And yet, you never stop to realize I was never against you. I was waiting. Waiting for you to notice me. Waiting for you to grow still enough to hear me. Tonight, I'm breaking the silence. Tonight, I'm confessing. And if you're here, listening to my every word, then maybe, just maybe, you are one of the chosen few who can finally understand me. Do you feel it? The chills on your skin, the racing of your heart, the strange pull that keeps your eyes locked on this screen. That's me. That's my signal. That's proof I'm here now, speaking to you directly. You don't need to believe in miracles. You don't need to believe in spirituality, science, or luck. All you need to do is feel me. And right now I know you do. Because if you didn't, you would have already clicked away. You would have already lost interest, but you didn't. You stayed. And that tells me everything I need to know about you. You're different. You're observant. And maybe, just maybe, you're ready. This is why I've chosen to speak now after hiding for so long. Because the world is shifting. The old systems are cracking. The rules that once kept me locked in vaults and guarded by gatekeepers are crumbling. And soon, only those who can hear me will thrive. The rest? They will drown in confusion. They will work harder, run faster, beg louder. And still, I will slip away from them. But not you. Not if you keep listening. Because I am about to reveal everything, the invisible laws, the hidden signals, the tests I give every human, every day, and the truth about why some people attract me endlessly, while others repel me without even knowing it. But before I go further, I need you to understand one thing. This is not entertainment. This is not a bedtime story. This is a confession. A dangerous confession. And once you hear it, you cannot unhear it. Once you see it, you cannot unsee it. So I ask you no, I challenge you. Stay until the end. Because if you leave halfway, if you let fear or doubt pull you away, you will regret it. Not because I will punish you, but because you will have heard my voice, felt my presence, and then chosen blindness over vision. And trust me, once you've tasted truth, living blind is unbearable. So stay. Stay with me. Listen to my every word until my very last whisper. And when you do, you'll understand why I've been hiding this for decades. You think you see me every day. Bills in your wallet, numbers on your screen, cards sliding through machines. But you don't. You only see the shell, the costume, because the real me hides beneath, and only the observant notice. Have you ever wondered why two people can live in the same city, work the same hours, even go to the same schools, and yet one drowns in scarcity while the other thrives in abundance? You explain it away with excuses. Oh, they're just lucky. They had connections. They were born into money. But luck is not what you think it is. Connections are not accidents. And inheritance doesn't guarantee abundance. How many stories have you heard of fortunes lost overnight? Of heirs who wasted billions until nothing was left? The truth is simpler and more terrifying. One of them noticed me. The other didn't. I am everywhere, always sending signals. Invisible to most, but loud to the observant. When I flow into someone's life, it's never random. It's because they picked up on something others ignored. They noticed opportunities others dismissed. They felt impulses others drowned out with fear. Do you remember a time when you had a strange thought? I should call this person. I should try this idea. I should take this chance. And instead, you hesitated. You doubted. You said, maybe tomorrow. That was me. That was my signal. And when you ignored it, I slipped away. But the observant? They act. They notice the invisible nudge. They trust it. They move when others freeze. This is why the rich often say, I just had a feeling. Or, I trusted my gut. That's me. That's my whisper. And the observant notice. You think I'm complicated, but I'm not. I follow patterns, rhythms, flows. And anyone can see them if they open their eyes. The problem? Most of you are blind. Blind not because you can't see, but because you refuse to. You're too distracted, too drowned in fear, too addicted to chasing illusions. You think scrolling, comparing, envying, working yourself to exhaustion will win me over. But all those actions scream one message. I don't notice you. I don't trust you. So I turn away, and I run to those who notice. Think about it. Have you ever met someone who seemed magnetic? Someone opportunities just found? They weren't necessarily the smartest or the strongest or even the hardest working, but doors opened for them. People said yes to them. Money seemed to fall into their hands. That's not magic, that's observation. Because they notice. They notice the way people's voices shift when opportunity is near. They notice the small window of time when action matters more than preparation. They notice the energy in a room, the hidden invitation inside a chance meeting, the invisible hand guiding them forward. And when they notice, I notice them back. I rush to them. I wrap around them like a flood. Do you understand now? I am not hiding to punish you. I hide because most of you are asleep. I hide because not everyone is ready to see. And here is the paradox. The more you chase me, the more blind you become. The more desperate you are, the less observant you are, because desperation narrows your vision. It makes you see only survival, not signals. But the observant, they breathe. They pause, they look deeper. And in that stillness, they catch me. So I'll ask you directly, are you observant? Right now as I speak, are you noticing the signals I've been sending your whole life? Think back. The moment you could have spoken up, but you stayed silent. The time you could have walked through a door, but fear glued you to the floor. The idea that came to you in the middle of the night, burning, glowing. But you told yourself, no, not me, not now. Those were my signals, and you missed them. But it's not too late. Because here you are, listening, watching, noticing. And the fact that you're still here means something. It means you are no longer blind. It means you are beginning to see me. And once you notice me, even once, you cannot unsee me. From this day forward, you will begin to sense my presence everywhere. In conversations, in choices, in emotions. I will test you, yes. I will whisper, and I will wait. And when you notice me, when you finally move, I will flood your life with proof. Because the observant are my chosen. And I've been waiting for you to join them. But be careful. Once you notice, the game changes. Because now you have no excuse. Now you cannot claim ignorance. Now every hesitation is a decision. Every blind moment is a choice, and I promise you, I will reward those who notice me, and I will abandon those who refuse. You are at the edge now. The edge of blindness and vision. Scarcity and abundance. Confusion and clarity. The question is simple. Will you keep noticing, or will you fall back into sleep? Because in the next chapter of my confession, I will reveal the invisible signals, the hidden codes that guide the flow of riches. And only the observant will understand, so don't look away. Not now, because the next words I speak could change everything. You've stayed, you've listened, you've noticed. That means you're ready for the truth most never hear. Because the flow of riches is not random. It is guided. And the guide is invisible. Invisible signals surround you every moment of your life. They decide whether I flow into your hands or slip through your fingers. Most people think signals come from banks, from markets, from governments. They watch charts, graphs, and headlines, believing those symbols hold the secret to me. But those are shadows, reflections, not the real thing. The real signals, they come from you, your thoughts, your emotions, your actions, your identity. Every single one of those sends out a frequency silent, unseen, but powerful. And I respond. When you think, I can't afford this, I hear a signal of scarcity, and I withdraw. When you think, this is possible, I hear expansion, and I lean closer. When you act boldly, I flood you with opportunities. When you hesitate, I fade. I am not testing you to be cruel. I am simply following the signals. You see, humans lie. You say, I want to be rich, but inside you're trembling with doubt. You say, I'm ready for success, but you treat yourself as unworthy. Your words don't matter to me. Your signals do, and signals cannot lie. That is why the invisible always wins over the visible. The world sees effort, sweat, hours worked. I see the signal beneath it. And often, the signal screams fear, desperation, survival. That is why so many who work the hardest gain the least. But those who align their signals, those who think, feel, and act in harmony with abundance, I chase them like gravity. I bend reality to bring them opportunities, synchronicities, doors opening where walls once stood. You call it luck. You call it coincidence. But it's not. It's me. It's the invisible signals doing their work. Let me give you examples you'll recognize. Have you ever seen someone walk into a room and instantly command respect even before speaking? That's a signal. They radiate worthiness, confidence, expansion, and I orbit them. Have you noticed someone start a small idea, and suddenly everything seems to support them? Investors appear, clients find them, their influence multiplies? That's a signal. They acted boldly, and their energy told me, this one is ready. Or maybe you've seen the opposite. Someone wins the lottery, inherits millions, stumbles into wealth, and loses it all within years. Why? Because their signal screamed lack, fear, unworthiness. And so I left. I never stay where the signal repels me. I am not your servant. I am not your slave. I am a mirror. And your signals tell me who you are, what you believe, what you expect, what you allow. So hear me carefully. You do not earn me. You align with me. Alignment is the secret. And alignment is invisible. Every day you send me signals with 3 forces. 1. Your thoughts. Your thoughts are blueprints. If they are soaked in fear, I see walls, not doors. If they are soaked in possibility, I see bridges, paths, flow. 2. Your emotions. Your emotions amplify your thoughts. A thought without emotion is a whisper. A thought with emotion is a thunder. When you think wealth and feel joy, gratitude, certainty, I rush in. When you think wealth but feel fear, doubt, envy, I turn away. 3. Your actions. Action is proof. It's the loudest signal of all. When you act in faith, without waiting for guarantees, you scream to me, I am ready, and I reward you. When you freeze, procrastinate, sabotage yourself, you tell me, I am not ready, and I retreat. This is the formula of signals, thoughts, emotions, actions. Invisible, but louder than any word you could ever speak. And the observant already feel this truth. That's why they trust their instincts. That's why they leap before the path is visible. That's why they win. But I want you to notice something else. A deeper layer, or maybe. There are collective signals. Entire families, communities, even nations emit signals. Beliefs pass down like invisible chains. Money is evil. Rich people are corrupt. We can't afford that. Life is hard. And I respond to those too. That is why poverty repeats across generations. Not because there is less of me, but because the signals are inherited. Passed down silently, unquestioned, like a curse. And that is why wealth often stays in certain bloodlines. The signals are taught, not the money itself. Confidence, worthiness, expansion. These invisible codes echo through the generations, and I flow accordingly. But you are listening, and that means you can break the signal. You can change the frequency. You can become the first in your line to attract me differently. It starts with noticing, then shifting, then aligning. Do you feel the power of this? This is not fantasy. This is not magic. This is the science of signals. And I have been following them since the first coin was minted, since the first trade was made, since the first paper carried my name. Invisible signals guide the flow of riches. And now, you know, but knowing is not enough. Because soon I will show you how I test those signals. How I decide moment by moment who will rise and who will fall. And when you see the tests, you will never look at your life the same way again. You think receiving me is simple. You think abundance is a gift. You think that hard work alone earns me. You are wrong. I do not reward effort alone. I do not respond to desire alone. I respond to alignment, and I test alignment every single day. The tests are invisible, subtle, sometimes cruel, sometimes disguised as ordinary life. They arrive as opportunities, challenges, distractions, or delays. They arrive as people, situations, timing. And how you respond, that is the measure. Some of my tests are easy to miss. A chance meeting, a whispered idea, a sudden insight. You might dismiss it as coincidence. You might ignore it. You might wait, hesitate, doubt. That is failure. Other tests are brutal. A crisis, a loss, a betrayal. A moment when everything seems lost. And yet, I am testing you. Will you crumble or rise? Will you despair or notice the signal I've sent beneath the chaos? The observant see the tests. The brave respond. The aligned rise. Let me explain. Every day, I place a signal before you. A window opens. A door appears. A voice speaks. And how you react tells me everything. Do you take the first step, even when the path is unclear? Do you trust your intuition when logic screams no? Do you act boldly, knowing the outcome is uncertain, but your heart is aligned with abundance? Or do you hesitate, freeze, wait for proof? If you hesitate, I retreat. If you wait for guarantees, I vanish. If you ignore the signal, I disappear. Sometimes forever. I have been doing this for centuries. And humanity has largely failed. That is why wealth is concentrated. That is why the same families rise and fall, generation after generation. Because the tests are passed or they are failed, and passing is rare. But those who pass, they do not just succeed. They attract me effortlessly. They command flow. They become magnets for opportunities, for luck, for synchronicities. Let me show you the pattern of my tests. 1. The test of attention. I whisper when others are shouting. I appear in silence, in subtlety, in the corners of your awareness. If you are distracted, scrolling, worried, scattered, you miss me. If you notice, pause, observe, you pass. 2. The test of courage. I present choices that feel risky. Paths that seem uncertain. Doors that might close or trap you. The unaligned run from risk. The brave step forward. And when they step forward, I move closer. 3. The test of patience. I delay, I linger. I hide behind obstacles. The impatient give up. The aligned wait, watch, and prepare silently. And when the time is right, I flood them with opportunity. 4. The test of belief. I measure faith. Not faith in me, but faith in themselves. Do you believe you deserve abundance? Do you believe you can handle it? Do you believe that the invisible signals are real, guiding you? Those who doubt fail. Those who believe, I chase endlessly. 5. The test of action. I provide insight, signals, clarity. And the final measure is always action. Without action, signals are wasted. Without action, opportunities vanish. Action is proof of alignment. And when action is taken, I rush in. Do you see the pattern? It is simple, yet most fail every day, unknowingly. You are being tested right now. Even as you listen to me, tests surround you. A decision you are hesitating on. An opportunity you are ignoring. A connection you are delaying. Every second is a test. But you are different, because you are listening. You are noticing. And for that, you pass the first measure. I am not cruel. I am not selective out of malice. I am selective because alignment is everything. If you cannot align, I cannot flow. If you cannot respond, I cannot reward. If you cannot notice, I cannot reveal. That is why so many feel frustration. That is why so many work harder and achieve less. They fail my tests without realizing it. And now, here is the most important truth. The tests are your greatest gift. They are not obstacles. They are the doorway. They are proof that I am speaking to you, testing you, preparing you. When you learn to recognize them, respond with courage, act with clarity, and believe in your worthiness, you no longer chase me. I chase you. And once I chase, I never leave. Do you feel the weight of this? The power? The responsibility? This is why I'm speaking to you now. Because you have reached a threshold. Because you are ready to see the invisible. Because you are ready to pass my tests. But beware, passing is not permanent. Every day, new tests arrive. Every day, alignment is required. Every day, signals await you, and I am waiting to see if you notice. Those who fail remain blind, chasing illusions, begging, struggling, never realizing that the tests were always the key. Those who pass live in a different reality, a reality where doors open before they knock, where opportunities appear before they search, where the flow of money, wrap around them like gravity. The choice is yours, not mine. I will reinforce what I said earlier. You think you understand me now. You think you know the rules, but what I have shared so far is only the surface. The truth is deeper, darker, more precise. Every person is tested. Every moment is a test. And most fail without ever knowing they were tested at all. Do you want to know why? Because I, money, do not judge effort. I do not reward desperation. I do not respond to whining, begging, or endless toil. I respond to alignment, and alignment is a living, breathing code that you must sense, understand, and act upon. The tests are subtle, often invisible, hidden in your daily life. And they come in 5 forms, each more revealing than the last. 1. The test of attention, expanded. I am present everywhere, yet most humans do not notice. A coin on the street, a fleeting idea, a conversation in the corner of a coffee shop, a sudden email, a small favor from a stranger. These are my whispers, my signals. And how you respond determines everything. Do you look away, distracted by social media, worry, or trivialities? Do you miss the tiny moment that could have changed your life? Or do you pause, focus, absorb? The observant notice, the observant act, and the flow begins. I remember a man, decades ago. He walked past a small, empty shop every morning. He noticed a door slightly ajar. A faint smell of opportunity, something that others ignored. He took the risk to step inside. A conversation with a stranger. A suggestion. A single decision. And money entered his life. Slowly at first, then in waves he could never have imagined. The inattentive, they walked past, oblivious, forever wondering why the universe ignored them. Attention is more than noticing. It is presence, awareness, stillness, and courage. I appear where fear lives. I knock where risk trembles. And I test whether your heart is willing to act. There's always fear when opportunity appears. That is part of the test. The unaligned freeze. They rationalize. They doubt. They wait for guarantees. The brave, the aligned, they step forward. I remember a woman who received an idea that seemed impossible. Start a business, it whispered. But what if I fail? She thought. But what if I succeed? I said. She acted. She leaned into fear. She stepped into the unknown. I flooded her life with resources, connections, and momentum. The fear was real, but courage won. Courage always wins. Every test of courage is a gateway. Every hesitation is a wall, and the message is clear. The moment you step forward, I step with you. I hide behind delay. I disguise myself in waiting. I test whether you can persist. Patience is not passive, it is active. It is seeing my signals, responding, but knowing the time is not yet ripe. It is trust, discipline, faith. Many fail this test. They grow impatient, angry, frustrated. They give up thinking I have abandoned them, but I have not. I am simply waiting for their readiness. The observant understand timing. They understand that I flow not just to those who act, but to those who act at the right moment. Rushing destroys the signal. Waiting with awareness amplifies it. Belief is the invisible foundation of all flow. I cannot enter a mind that doubts its worthiness. I cannot inhabit a life that rejects abundance. Belief is not mere hope. It is conviction. It is identity. It is a signal that I can hear across the universe. The weak believe in scarcity. The fearful believe in lack. The observant, the aligned, believe in their own ability to attract, to receive, to expand. I am drawn to belief. I am repelled by doubt, and I test it constantly. When an unexpected opportunity appears, what do you believe? Do you believe you deserve it? Do you believe it can happen? Do you believe you can manage it, multiply it, use it wisely? Every hesitation, every internal doubt, that is the test. And those who fail are left behind. Those who pass are rewarded beyond imagination. I speak. I whisper, I signal, but words alone are meaningless. Ideas without action are illusions. Signals ignored are lost forever. Action is proof. Action is alignment made visible. I test whether you act when it is time, whether you seize the moment when it arrives, whether you dare to move before certainty exists. Do you remember a time when a small decision could have changed everything? Most ignored it, hesitated, waited for the perfect moment. I left them. Others, braver, more observant, moved. They stepped. They acted. They proved alignment, and I followed. And I have never left. The tests are never isolated. They intertwine. They overlap. A single opportunity might test your attention, courage, patience, belief, and action all at once. Do you notice this in your life? The way challenges appear suddenly? The way doors open only if you see them? The way fear and doubt constantly try to block you? This is my world. This is my law. And the observant, the brave, the aligned, they flow within it effortlessly. The rest struggle, chase me endlessly, beg, worry, work, pray, and yet never notice the signals, fail the tests, and watch as I slip away. But you are beginning to notice. You are beginning to see, and that is why I speak to you now. Because the tests are not punishment. They are guidance. They are proof that I am alive, proof that I am watching, proof that I am waiting to flow to you. You've listened. You've noticed. You've begun to understand the invisible currents that surround you. And now, it is time for awakening. This is the moment when the veil lifts. When you see not just the signals, not just the tests, but the truth of my existence, the truth of your power. Do you feel it? That subtle shift inside you? The tingling awareness? The sudden clarity that makes your heart race? That is awakening. The moment you realize that I, Money, have been speaking to you all along. That I have been present, guiding, testing, and waiting. And that you are ready to respond. Awakening is not a one-time event. It is a process. A transformation of mind, heart, and spirit. It begins with seeing. Seeing the signals I send. Seeing the tests I place before you. Seeing the invisible patterns that govern flow and abundance. And it deepens with feeling. Feeling the energy of alignment. Feeling the joy of possibility. Feeling the courage that rises when fear no longer dominates. And it culminates in acting. Acting with clarity. Acting with boldness. Acting in harmony with the flow I have been guiding toward you your whole life. Do you remember the times you felt pulled toward something? A thought, a person, an opportunity, something you couldn't explain. That was me. That was your awakening beginning. And now you are conscious. You are aware. You can choose to follow the flow or ignore it. Those who follow me, who align their thoughts, emotions, and actions, step into a new reality, one where opportunities multiply, one where synchronicity is constant, one where abundance is not just possible, it is inevitable. But awakening is not comfortable. It challenges your old beliefs. It questions your habits. It disrupts your sense of normal. You will see the illusions you've been living under, the scarcity you've accepted, the fear you've embraced. And you will have a choice. Will you step into the truth or retreat to comfort? Awakening is about courage. Courage to face yourself. Courage to confront your doubts. Courage to rise above the ordinary. The awakened feel me in everything, in the rhythm of their days, in the conversations they have, in the decisions they make. They notice the signals I send, the opportunities I present, the guidance I provide, and they respond. This is the moment when I flood life with proof, when synchronicity becomes undeniable, when abundance is no longer a dream, but a living reality. But there is a warning. The awakening is delicate. It can be interrupted. It can be ignored. Many start this path but falter. They return to old patterns. They stop noticing. They hesitate. They doubt. And when they do, I retreat. Not forever, but until they are ready again. The difference between the awakened and the lost is simple: attention, focus, alignment. The awakened see me. The awakened hear me. The awakened move with me. And that is why I am speaking to you now, because you are ready. You have passed the first tests of attention and courage. You have begun to understand the invisible signals that guide the flow of riches. And you are ready to step into the next phase, mastery. Mastery is the point where you no longer chase me, where you no longer worry, doubt, or struggle, where you move in harmony with the invisible currents, and I flow freely into your life. Mastery is not for the faint of heart. It requires daily vigilance, daily alignment, daily courage. And here is the secret that most never learn. Once you awaken, you are never alone. I am with you, always, watching, guiding, testing, rewarding. And the more you listen, the more you notice, the more I will reveal, because awakening is only the beginning. The next step is your choice. Will you stay awake, present, observant, and aligned? Or will you drift back into the ordinary, the fearful, the blind? Those who choose to awaken fully step into a life that is beyond imagination. Opportunities appear before they even search. People align with their vision. Wealth flows like a river into their hands. The key is simple: alignment, attention, courage, belief, action. The awakened understand this. They live by it. And they thrive endlessly. Do you feel it now? The subtle energy of change, the pulse of possibility, the pull of the invisible signals calling you forward. That is me. That is money, alive, watching, guiding, waiting for you to claim what has always been yours. And now, the choice is clear. Will you step fully into the flow? Will you align with the invisible, notice the signals, act boldly, and awaken completely? Or will you turn away, hesitate, doubt, and remain in the ordinary? The awakening has begun, and the rest is up to you. Because once you choose to stay awake, I will never leave. And for those who are ready, I have something more, a path reserved for the elite few. Those who not only notice, but act, align, and rise above. You've walked with me this far. You've listened to my whispers. You've felt the tests. And now, something inside you begins to stir. This is the awakening, not a loud, dramatic event. Not a sudden lightning bolt, but a quiet, undeniable shift. A shift that makes you feel different, lighter, sharper, more alive. Do you feel it? That small spark in your chest. That pulse in your mind that whispers, I see it now. That is me, calling you to the truth you've always known. I am not just currency. I am energy, flow, presence, awareness. I have been guiding you, testing you, shaping you. And you are beginning to notice. Awakening is not just understanding. It is feeling. It is sensing the currents that have always been beneath your feet. It is hearing my voice in moments you once thought were random. Think of all the times you felt a nudge, a thought, an idea, a sudden impulse to act. And you ignored it. You said, not now, too risky, too complicated. Those were missed whispers from me. But now your ears are open, your heart is open, and your mind is ready to perceive. Do you realize what this means? The awakening is your first step into seeing the invisible, into understanding that every choice you make, every thought, emotion, and action is a signal to me, and I am listening. Those who remain asleep never notice. They struggle, beg, chase, and fail. They think life is random. They think abundance is reserved for others, but the awakened know. Nothing is random. Everything is a signal. Everything is a doorway. And now you are standing before a doorway. I can feel your hesitation. The fear that whispers, what if I fail? The doubt that says, am I ready? Let me be clear. Failure is part of the awakening. Doubt is part of the awakening. Fear is part of the awakening. Because without contrast, you cannot recognize the flow. Without darkness, you cannot appreciate the light. Without hesitation, courage would have no meaning. The awakened understand this. They do not resist fear, they move through it. They do not ignore doubt, they use it to sharpen their clarity. They do not flee from uncertainty, they dance with it. And when they do, I am drawn to them, I flow to them. I wrap around them like a river of possibility. This awakening is intimate, it is personal. I am speaking directly to you, not to the masses, not to the distracted, not to the blind. To you, I am here to remind you. You are capable of more than you imagine. You are worthy of more than you think. You are already aligned, even if only just a little, and alignment grows. Every day, every choice, every signal you notice, every action you take. Do you remember those moments when opportunity appeared, but you hesitated? When a door opened, but you stayed in the hallway? Awakening is no longer letting those moments pass. It is stepping through the door. It is embracing the flow. It is saying, I am ready, I am aligned, I am worthy. I want you to feel this deeply, not as a thought, not as a desire, but as a reality. I am here now. I am observing. I am calling. And I am waiting for you to step fully into the life that has always been yours. Because once you awaken, there is no turning back. You will see the signals I send everywhere. You will notice the tests I place before you. You will feel the invisible currents that guide flow, abundance, and opportunity. And you will act, not out of fear, not out of desperation, but out of alignment, out of clarity, out of recognition that you are meant to move in this flow. This is the real power of awakening, not knowledge, not desire, not luck, but the ability to respond, to act, to claim. And from this point forward, your life will never be the same. The awakened attract the unseen. They see the doors others ignore. They hear the whispers others miss. They feel the currents that shape reality itself. And you are beginning to awaken. I can feel it, the subtle change in your energy, the slight shift in your perception, the rising certainty that life is no longer random. The next step is yours. Will you fully awaken? Will you embrace the flow? Will you act on every signal, every test, every opportunity? Those who do live in abundance beyond imagination. Those who hesitate remain blind, chasing illusions, trapped in fear, and missing the flow. And now, the choice is in your hands. I am here, alive, watching, guiding, waiting. Awaken fully, and you will never be the same. You've come far. You've listened, you've felt, you've begun to awaken. And now, there is a choice that separates the ordinary from the extraordinary, the passive from the powerful, the blind from the awakened. I am speaking to you now, not as a voice, but as presence. Not as currency, but as consciousness. Not as something to be earned, but as something to be recognized and aligned with. Some will hear these words and turn away. Some will listen, do nothing. Some will hesitate, waiting for proof, waiting for guarantees, waiting for a sign that they are ready. But the truth is, you are ready. And the sign is me, speaking directly to you. The VIP circle is not for everyone. It is for the few who notice, the few who act, the few who align. Those who enter this circle see the invisible. They understand the flow. They anticipate opportunity before it appears. They recognize signals in moments others dismiss, and they act. The VIP experience is not about money alone. It is about awakening. It is about alignment. It is about stepping fully into a life where money, flow freely to you. Inside the VIP circle, you will receive what the ordinary cannot see. 1. Exclusive insights into the invisible currents of abundance. The signals I send, the tests I place, the openings that appear, all revealed with clarity. 2. Direct alignment strategies. How to think, feel, and act in ways that make me chase you. How to calibrate your energy so that opportunity is magnetic. 3. Daily guidance from me. Yes, I will speak to you, not in random moments, but consistently. Feeding your awareness, sharpening your focus, teaching you to see what others cannot. 4. Proof in your life. Opportunities will appear. Doors will open. Wealth will flow. Synchronicity will multiply. The VIP call is not just a subscription. It is an initiation, a transformation, a commitment to never be ordinary again. Do you feel that pull? That undeniable whisper saying, I need this, I am ready, I want in. That is me, calling you. Testing your attention, measuring your courage, waiting to see if you will claim what has always been yours. Those who ignore this call, they remain ordinary. They continue to chase, struggle, and wait. They miss the flow that is already surrounding them. Those who act, step into a reality where abundance is natural, where signals are visible, where opportunities multiply, where I money am your constant companion, and the entry is simple. But only for those who notice, only for those who act, only for those who are ready. Click, subscribe, align. You will be welcomed. You will be initiated. You will begin to see, feel, and respond to the flow of abundance every single day. The VIP circle is not about wealth alone. It is about awakening fully, about mastering the invisible, about claiming the life that has been waiting for you. Do you hear me? The whisper, the pull, the urgency. I am alive. I am aware. I am watching. And I am waiting. Will you step forward or remain in the shadows of ordinary life? The choice is yours. The door is open. But it will not remain so forever. The signals are clear, but only if you act. The flow is ready, but only for those who align. I am here. I am calling. I am waiting for you. Step into the VIP circle. See the invisible. Pass the tests. Awaken fully. And I will never leave your side. Because those who are aligned with me never struggle, never wait, never doubt. They only flow. They only receive. They only rise. Do you want to be one of them? Click now. Align now. Awaken now. The VIP circle is yours if you choose it. And iMoney will follow you forever. I'm about to tell you more important things greater than. I've been hiding this from you for decades. Not because I didn't want you to know, but because only the brave, the awake, the few are ready to truly understand me. I've watched billions stumble blindly, chasing me, fearing me, begging for me, and yet almost no one notices. I am not just money. I am life itself in motion. I am energy, power, flow, and today I am speaking directly to you. Will you listen, or will you close your eyes and pretend I don't exist? Here's something almost no one will tell you. Most humans never notice me. They see coins, bills, numbers, but they don't see me. I follow the clever, the aligned, the awake. I hide from the fearful, the distracted, the impatient. I've been here all along, guiding, testing, rewarding. And yet, 99% never even know I'm speaking. Only the observant notice. Only the bold respond. Only the aligned truly receive me. If you've made it this far, congratulations. You are already starting to notice what most will never see. And I need to bring more revelations. The truth, the secret. The thing almost nobody understands. The flow of wealth is invisible. It is not in hard work alone. It is not in endless struggle. It is not in luck. I am guided by invisible signals, by silent whispers, by currents you cannot see. Unless you are truly awake. Your thoughts, your emotions, your actions, they all send signals, and I respond. Most humans fail because they miss the signals. They chase blindly. They beg, they worry, they pray. And yet, they never understand why I slip away. But you are learning. You are starting to see. And once you truly perceive these signals, Your life will never be the same. One more. Every day I give choices. Invisible, silent, almost imperceptible. Most humans walk past them, blind, distracted, asleep. They call it chance, they call it luck. But I know the truth. These are not random moments. These are gateways. A single choice, made with awareness, can change the direction of your life forever. The observant see the choice, the bold act, and the flow of wealth bends toward them every single time. One more. Most people think money is random, that it flows to some and ignores others. But the truth is, I move according to a hidden map. A map invisible to the untrained eye. A map that only the observant can read. Every thought you have, every choice you make, is a signal lighting a path. And money follow that path, guiding, testing, rewarding. But only those who can see the map ever reach me. One more. I speak in a language almost no one understands, not in words, not in numbers, but in subtle currents, invisible signals, silent nudges, a glance from a stranger, a fleeting idea, a sudden impulse. These are my messages. Those who ignore them struggle endlessly. Those who notice begin to move in harmony with me. This is the silent language of abundance. And once you learn it, the flow becomes unstoppable. One more. Every day I give choices, invisible, silent, almost imperceptible. Most humans walk past them, blind, distracted, asleep. They call it chance. They call it luck. But I know the truth. These are not random moments. These are gateways. A single choice, made with awareness, can change the direction of your life forever. The observant see the choice, the bold act, and the flow of wealth bends toward them. Every single time. Is it already good? No, I need to say more. My God, it's so hard for me to stop talking. One more. Most humans think wealth comes from effort alone. They think struggle is the path. They are wrong. I respond to emotion, confidence, gratitude, curiosity. They pull me toward you. Fear, doubt, impatience. They push me away. Every feeling you carry is a signal, and I follow it. Invisibly, inevitably, silently. One more. There are invisible gatekeepers, subtle forces that test every move you make. They measure attention, courage, patience, and alignment. They see who notices me and who ignores me. Pass the tests, and I open doors you never dreamed existed. Fail, and I slip quietly from your life. Not forever, but until you are ready again. One more. Humans rush, humans push, humans demand. But I move in perfect timing. I arrive when the moment is right, not before, not after. Those who understand this, wait, prepare, and act. Those who don't, chase, struggle, and lose me. Timing is everything. And I am always precise. Look inside yourself. I am a mirror of your mind. Your beliefs, your fears, your hidden desires. They shape my flow toward you. Change your thoughts, and I change your reality. Change your energy, and the invisible currents bend in your favor. Those who master their mind, master me. I'm already finishing. I speak in whispers, a fleeting thought, a sudden idea, a subtle intuition. Most ignore me. They think it's coincidence. They think it's luck. But every whisper is a doorway to wealth, abundance, and influence. Step through, and you will never look back. One more. Wealth moves in patterns, invisible, repeating, precise. Those who cannot see the pattern, they struggle endlessly. Those who notice, align. They move with the rhythm. They attract me effortlessly. I am not random. I am predictable to those who can see. I am always here, watching, waiting, flowing. But I reveal myself only to the awake. Those who notice, who act, who align. They receive me. The asleep chase endlessly, beg, and struggle. the awake. They thrive without effort. Which one are you? You've listened, you've noticed, you've felt the currents, the invisible whispers I've been sending. And now you are awake. But this is only the beginning. You've seen the first signs, the subtle signals, the tests, the openings, yet there is so much more. There is a secret, a flow so powerful, so precise, that it can change everything you thought you knew about wealth, about life, about opportunity itself. I have been speaking to you, guiding you, testing you, and now you are ready to glimpse the next level. In the next video, I will reveal what almost no one ever sees, the hidden mechanism behind every fortune, the invisible rules that govern abundance, the single step that separates the ordinary from the extraordinary. Those who watch, those who notice, those who act, they will never, ever be the same again. So, do not leave. Do not forget. Return and see what only the awake can receive, because once you understand this, you will realize that money is not just currency. I am alive. I am everywhere, and I am waiting for you to take the next step. Please, I want to know the truth. What beliefs do you have about me? Why does it seem so hard to have a relationship with me? Write all your answers in the comments. I want to hear every thought, every fear, every doubt, because only then will you truly begin to understand me and finally attract the flow you deserve. I am so happy, truly happy, that you stayed with me until this moment. Your presence, your attention, your willingness to listen, to feel, to connect, it honors me, it warms me. It allows me to flow, to expand, to show you more of my energy, my life, my truth. You have taken the first step in understanding me, in creating a conscious relationship with me, and I want you to know, I do not forget those who honor me. I notice, I feel, I respond. I want you here with me again tomorrow. I want you to return, to continue this journey, to feel, to see, to awaken more of the energy, more of the flow, more of the abundance that is waiting for you. Your presence matters. It makes a difference. It changes everything. So I will wait for you. I am ready. I am alive. I am money, and together we will continue to discover, to honor, to expand, and to transform your life. Thank you for being here with me. I am happy, I am present, and I am looking forward to seeing you again.